Mark Day and his wife Freddie Avalos used to get their groceries from VONS in Vista. The store was less than 5 minutes away from their house. But that VONS is now closed and boarded up.
Being able to have a grocery store that is very close and accessible has always been important to us. And that is why we're feeling really the strong effects of now being forced to drive a considerable way to get fresh food.
Avalos says VONS's closure doesn't come as a surprise because in the last couple of years, the shopping center started to feel unsafe.
There were many times where I would get out of my car and be accosted. And I stopped going there completely at night. I have not been to the VONS Center at night for at least 5 years. It simply does not feel safe. And I know that many people who also frequent that shopping center or used to frequent that shopping center feel the same way.
KPBS requested an interview with VONS to ask about the reason for the closure. The company did not respond. We did talk to some VONS employees who didn't want to be recorded out of fear of losing their jobs. Some think the store was closed because of the increase of homeless in the area and the thefts the store was dealing with on a regular basis. Others told us it was due to the high cost to repair the refrigeration system and the store not making a profit. No matter the reason, the VONS closure adds to the growing number of empty stores in the shopping center. Avalos thinks Vista City Council has neglected this part of the city while making improvements downtown.
They have moved mountains to bring in new stores and great restaurants and breweries, and it hasn't necessarily been bad. But we can't focus on one part of our community and then turn our back on another part.
Avalos says she and her husband are lucky to have a car and to be able to drive further, but she knows not everyone has that privilege.
People don't have the money for an Uber. People do not have friends or family that can take them regularly to the grocery store. And even when the VONS was here, one of the saddest things that I would experience, and this I saw every day, are poor people carrying, and their families carrying groceries. Sometimes in the hot sun, sometimes in the rain.
76-year-old Alexis White doesn't own a car, but she has a motorized scooter.
So I get in it and ride over and bring the stuff back.
White lives in a senior community across the street from the VONS. She says many of her neighbors relied on it.
It's making it a hardship for a lot of people. I never knew that I would miss it.
Since the closure of VONS, White has made the journey to Winco and Oceanside, where she thinks groceries are affordably priced.
I think Winco being the cheapest store, and I guess it's not too far. I could take the bus over or the train.
City Council member Corina Contreras says food insecurity is an issue for many Vista residents, and the loss of a grocery store makes that problem worse.
It's really heartbreaking. I fear that the quality of nutrition is going to be going down because what's most accessible there is you go to CVS, right? 7-Eleven. You're not going to be able to get the dietary needs for your children to grow up without, health concerns.
Contreras says the city council needs to discuss the safety concerns surrounding the shopping center and how to get the nearby residents access to fresh food.
We can't survive off of fast food. We can't survive off of convenience food. We're human beings and we need real food to grow. And we need a safe place to be able to shop. So, with VONS leaving, it really gives me a lot of concern about what's going to happen with that shopping center.
She says the city has no information on what is taking VONS's place because it is a private sale. Tania Thorne, KPBS News.